Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever BSides Lancashire. There are no fire drills planned, so if an alarm goes off, calmly leave that way and head for Greg's, because Greg solves everything. Things I need to tell you. Anyone with a red lanyard cannot be photographed. So you can take photographs, but not of anyone with a red lanyard. So please be respectful of clearances and things. Anybody practicing Ramadan, we do have prayer rooms. If you find somebody with a red t-shirt on, they can help you. And I think that is me.
Good morning, everybody. Everybody says the best ideas come over a beer, and now we're all here. So Mike and I were sat in a pub one day and thought we need something in the Northwest which represents the cyber community here. So today we're all going to be about inclusivity, diversity, entry to market. We're going to make sure that everybody has fun. We're going to make sure there's a lot of things going on as well. So make sure you get involved in all the activities. And I don't think I've forgotten anything, have I, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, a big part of this in the Careers Village is career management, career development, career entry. So we've got some great stuff in there just to help people about. And we've got a very special guest. Two special guests today, but we've got a very special guest on video because he couldn't be here today. So we're going to play that. He's going to tell you a bit more what's going on today and kind of set the scene a little bit. And we've got Cyber House Party later on. We'll cover, if you want to know anything about that, find someone in a red t-shirt, essentially. And very thank you to every single sponsor. We'll definitely cover that all.
So it's BAE, Pentest Partners, Netitude, Lancaster University, Extrabeam, Honeypot Digital, Digital X-Ray, Caps Lock, the Beer Farmers, Akimbo Court, Cyber House Party, the SecOps Group, and finally, Cyber Resilience Centre. Easy for me to say. Oh, that security company. Sorry, Eliza. I'll say it again. That security company. So now it's Rik. He's going to come on the live feed.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural BSides Lancashire. First of all, I have to say I apologize profusely that I can't be with you this morning. I was due to come and be one of the speakers today. But as you can see, my office is currently a mountain of boxes because I'm in the middle of moving house. And it's not really a great time for me to get away anywhere if I want to maintain my existence. So next year, I'll be there next year, I absolutely promise. Nevertheless, you have an absolutely stellar lineup today. I'm sure you've all seen the agenda by now. You have so much to look forward to. You have Thunder Talks on the main stage, including keynotes from Holly Grace Williams and from Chris Roberts. And as far as I understand it, you have two very secret guests, so secret, in fact, that I have no idea who they are either. But knowing the organizers, I'm sure it will be well worth sticking around to find out who that might be. But of course, the main stage isn't the only thing going on at this first BSides Lancashire. You have all the lightning talks that are going on in Innovation Village. And you have a whole bunch of really cool startups to go and check out. From a technology perspective, from a careers perspective, maybe, certainly from a interest in the future perspective and where cybersecurity is headed. Certainly, as far as my career's gone, the most interesting part of it for me has always been that forward-looking part. It's great to be solving the problems of today, but one of the things that's always been interesting and been a passion for me has been trying to stay ahead of the curve. It's what's really kept me working with vendors more so than I tried a stint at an SI, a systems integrator, for a while, and I missed very much being in vendor land because we have the luxury of being able to get deeply immersed in the research that we do and the research that we publish, trying to understand not only what are threat actors doing today and how are they doing it, but how is technology changing? How is security practice? How are business operations changing? And what does that mean for the attacker? What does that mean for the cyber criminal going forwards? What will be the threat vectors of tomorrow? What will be the motivations, the methodologies of tomorrow? And to try and build the solutions today to solve the problems of tomorrow before they're even real. And that's been something that's really driven me throughout my career. So going and checking out the startups is something I would really sincerely advise, because that's where the action is, in those people solving new problems or solving old problems in new ways. So yeah, Innovation Village is definitely something you need to check out. In fact, I don't know how you're going to manage your time, because you've got these things going on at the same time. You've got Main Stage, you've got Innovation Village, and you've got Careers Village, all three tracks happening simultaneously. So you're really going to have to study that agenda and plan your time wisely. In the Careers Village, you're going to have talks from Caps Lock. You're going to have CV reviews, if that's going to be of benefit to you. You've also got an AMA, Ask Me Anything careers session with Chris Roberts, which is definitely an opportunity not to pass up. So probably that's going to be a case of getting the queue. There's another one with the recruiters as well. So if you want to see what hiring looks like, from that side of defense, and get a bit of insight from the recruiters of what are they looking for, what are employers looking for, and how can you stand out from the crowd. Again, that's going to be fantastically helpful. Roundtables for management positions, roundtables for technical careers, and then finally, there is not one, but actually two hands-on hacking sessions. One with Holly Grace, and one which I think is a flight simulator one with Ken Monroe. Do them both. I mean, don't miss the opportunity. Those will both be absolutely worth attending. I imagine both of those rooms will be completely packed. I also want to take some time to mention right now a project that I was involved in from the outset, which is Respect in Security. Encourage you to check out the Respect in Security website to look at the pledge, to consider your own actions, behavior, or maybe even inactions in some cases, when it comes to treating your colleagues and peers within this industry with the respect that we all deserve. The ethos behind Respect in Security, which is something that I'm a co-founder of, is to have organizations, not individuals, but organizations, sign up and take a pledge that they will attempt to create a workspace that doesn't tolerate disrespect or harassment in any form, and that they will have policies and procedures aimed at creating that kind of workplace, that they will take complaints seriously and that they will deal with them appropriately and fairly, and critically, that they will also accept complaints from outside of the organization. So say, for example, at an event like BSides Lancashire, although I'm sure it will never happen there today, somebody does harass another attendee. That victim is totally at liberty and confident in the fact that they can go to the employer of the person that harassed them, if that employer has signed up to Respect in Security, that they will have published a methodology for filing a complaint, that they will have a published procedure for dealing with that complaint, and that they will treat it with the seriousness it deserves. We want to create not just a workplace, but an industry where we are all aware and we all sign up to the fact that harassment, intolerance, discrimination will simply not be tolerated any longer. It's not that we have a particular problem within our industry, but it's that this is our industry. And this is the industry that we can directly affect and do something about. So Respect in Security is definitely a key sponsor for BSides Lancashire. And I'm pretty sure that the event has already signed up to the pledge. So that's great. And we launched it last year, and we blew our targets out of the water in terms of how many people we wanted to get signed up in the first year. And we're going from strength to strength with many, many more exciting things to be announced later this year. Finally, the last thing, and probably for many of us, the most important, definitely a thing that I wish I could be there for, the after party. It starts at 6 p.m. tonight, and it is the Cyber House Party. You've probably attended a few of their online events already, maybe an in-person one if you've been lucky enough. Don't forget, though, this evening, the event is ticketed. So get a ticket, and all of the funds raised will be split equally between its Tech Vets, NSPCC, Papyrus, Trussell Trust, and Young Minds. Most of all, enjoy the day. Again, I'm so sorry that I'm here with these boxes instead of there with you. Make the most out of all of the fantastic wisdom and opportunities that are available to you today. Maybe I'll see you at UK Cyber down in London next week. Or maybe I'll see you at BSides Lancashire next year. Whenever it is, I look forward to it. Let's catch up and have a pint. See you then. Cheers.
So before we get to the talks, I've just been asked to say why we're at Lancaster University and why Lancashire in general. So apart from being a great community already here, Lancaster University has been doing cybersecurity on and off, mainly on, for the last really 2 decades. And I've been teaching on our MSc in cybersecurity since its inception about 12 years ago. It's great to see people from like the first cohort and the current cohort here building that community. But not only have we been trying to drive this forward in terms of teaching really good people, but in terms of our research, we've also been trying to maintain the cutting edge here. And Lancaster University has been recognised by the NCSC as both an academic centre of excellence in cybersecurity research and in education. We're the only university to have both of those in the Northwest. And so when Sean rang me up and went, "We've got this crazy idea," and I was like, "I'm in." Like literally straight after he said, "I've got this crazy idea," I just said, "I'm in. What is it?" A couple of months later, you're all here, and it's amazing to see. And it's really important that we carry on building the community. And then, so just before we move on, I have a little plea. We are a research-led organisation, and we are doing some research. This is a piece of cybersecurity research that one of my PhD students is doing. Please, we'll be putting this up again at breaks and stuff, but please log in to the Qualtrics survey. There is a chance that you could win £50. Woo! Right? And importantly, I promise this is not social engineering, it's totally legit. And those of you who are very trusting have scanned it straight away. So thank you very much. But if you could do that, that would massively help out some research that we're doing here, which hopefully is going to be really important going forward. So, Stuart.
Morning, everyone. How are we all doing? One person's awake. One surviving. Got it. One. So I'm going to be the compere in this room this morning. So if you like nice, quiet intros to stuff, I'd recommend the Innovation Lounge. I'm absolutely got tons of energy, and that'll come out because I need to keep the speakers going because they're going to be sat around all day anxiously doing bricks ready for their moment. And with that, I'm going to ask you all to pray be silent. First of all, check your phones are on silent as well. We've already had one, Rosie. -1 point for starting for this evening. Please be silent for holy grace for you. We were chatting earlier, the ChatGPT has done her a favour in saying she's one of the Forbes 30 under 30, which is not true. What else do we know about Holly? If you don't know Holly and are not stalking her on all social media, your opportunities for the next 20 minutes while she's doing the talk, please start stalking and following because she's amazing. Over to you. Good luck.